Good morning and happy Tuesday, cheetahs. I hope you had a lovely 3-day weekend. I know that I did. It was pretty quiet up in this area, so I have a feeling that a lot of you might have been at the beach, which is a great way to start the unofficial start of summer. I know that lots of you spent time with your family and friends, which is also a wonderful thing to do on Memorial Day weekend. I know that I spent a little too much time in the sun at the pool. Maybe you did that too, a little too much time in the sun. But here's what I always say about spending too much time in the sun. You get to introduce new freckles to your freckle family. So I think I added a new freckle this weekend right here. I like to name my freckles. I think I'll name this freckle Rob. That's a nice name for a freckle. Anyway, so before we start with the First in Math Flower Power winners, I want to go over a couple things that are happening this week that are really special. We're starting to focus on our fifth graders because we have 13 days left in the school year. Who's counting? I'm not counting. Are you counting? 13 days left for our fifth graders to finish out their careers here at Thomas Fitzwater. This week, they get to go on their big fifth grade field trip to New York City on Wednesday. It's supposed to be fantastic weather. And then also they have their Sandy Run Middle School orientation coming on Thursday. How exciting is that? Friday is games day, also slime me day. I'm very unhappy about that. My hair is very unhappy about that. My hairdresser is very unhappy about that. But anyway, that should be fun. Also, big shout out to Mr. Rizzo and Mrs. Haas for an amazing show, Annie the Musical. My daughters also loved it. They said it was fantastic. And the cast and crew, you did such a great job. So congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back. Way to go. All right, let's get on to our first. I know that you're dying for the First in Math Power Flower winners. Before we talk about who's in the lead, I want to talk to you a little bit about our grand champions. So the goal for the year was to get 100 of us to get to 10,000 stickers or more, which would be the grand champion. We are 8 players away from getting 100 grand champions. I'm going to announce some of those players who are right there who could get us over the hump of 100. And here's what I'm going to tell you. If you hear these names and you know our friends here, I want you to encourage them. I want our friends here to be like goldfish. Goldfish swim. They never stop. They swim, they swim, they swim. They never stop. I want you to never stop swimming. Get these stickers for us so that we can claim 100 winners, 100 grand champion winners. Here they are. Be a goldfish. Brent O'Gara, Eric Andrade, Cameron Guckavan, Quinn Simon, Jeffrey Wilson, Aiden Hughes, Jack Nolan, Rowan Janice, Ethan Kim, Abel Joseph. Can you please get us to 100 grand champions? I know that you can do it. Be goldfish. All right. On to our Flower Power winners. You know that we are on week 2 right now. We have one more week to see who's going to win our water balloon fight on June 9th. Who do you think it will be? I don't know. We have lots of new winners this time compared to our other challenge, so I'm excited about that. I also know, I almost just fell there. I also know that some of you are getting a little discouraged because you feel like there's no way that your class is going to be able to catch some of your other classmates, and it's just not true. So when you hear the word impossible, I hear impossible. If every single member of your class contribute to getting 1,000 stickers, it's anybody's game. Anybody's game. All right, so here, kindergarten, in the lead with 27 flowers is Mrs. Lebowski's KA. Way to go, but Mrs. Durbin's class, not far behind at 18. You can do it. You can catch her. Mrs. Joyce's, you can too. All right, working real hard, everybody. In first grade, Mrs. Vogel is in the lead again at 14 flowers, but the other first grade classes, Mrs. Bigelow, Mrs. Gagan, and Mrs. Nittmeyer, you're at 9. So you're right there. You can catch her. In second grade, Mrs. Griffin is at 28. That is a really high number. I'm not going to lie. But remember, possible, not impossible. All right, second grade friends. In third grade, it is so tight, third grade race. We have Mrs. McCarthy is winning right now at 25 flowers. But Mrs. Nagowski and Mrs. Lynch, you are right there at 24 flowers, not far behind. And Miss Novak, right there at 23. So it's anyone's game in third grade. That is the competition to watch. Fourth grade, we have Mrs. Alsher's class at 8 flowers for the week. And in fifth grade, another very tight race. Mr. Dugans is at 15 flowers. Mrs. Haas is at 14. Mrs. Evans is at 13. And Mrs. Lawrence is at 6. Another tight race in fifth grade. So I cannot wait. This is the last week. The final push. You can do it. Final push. Let's get there. I can't wait till next Monday when I announce the winning team for the Water Balloon Challenge. I hope that you have a fantastic, lovely day. My cheetahs, my little cheetahs, have a great, fantastic day. Mwah, mwah, mwah.